So tell me which organization you come from and what your name is, please.
My name is Kasha Jacqueline from Freedom and Rome, Uganda, which is a lesbian organization and a member organization of Sexual Minorities Uganda, which is the coalition of LGBT organizations in the country.
And what is going on in Uganda now concerning the questions that your organization is working with?
Right now there is an anti-homosexuality bill that was introduced in Parliament last year in October. It's being discussed because they want to create a harsher punishment for homosexuals, because they believe the current law, which says that any offense, anyone who commits the natural offenses against the order of nature is liable to life imprisonment. So they feel that there are loopholes in that law. They want now to make it like specific, because it doesn't talk about women, it talks about anyone, but it's used against only homosexuals, because we don't know if even heterosexuals carry out maybe unknown knowledge or anything. So the bill is really very detailed, and for me I think it's very naive, because there are all these sorts of articles that are talking about even intention to commit homosexuality, talking about reporting anyone you suspect of being homosexual within 24 hours, or you face 3 years in jail or 5 million Uganda shillings. So this bill is going to be discussed starting next week, because that's when Parliament is opening up on the 2nd of February. So it has really caused a lot of tension in the community. Very many people have gone back to the closets. People are very worried, because this bill is not only targeting homosexuals, it's targeting even non-homosexuals. Because if they talk about my authorities or my brothers reporting me to the police that I'm homosexual, if they fail, they'll go to prison. It also makes their lives at risk, because it's not only me. I can take myself to police to save them, but who would do that? Because our prisons are not really something you would wish anyone to be in. And then we are wondering why is it so much of an issue for someone to be homosexual? Well, we have the religious fundamentalists who feel that they should punish others who do not do what they are doing in their private bedrooms. And it's going to even cause more danger, and even in the fight for HIV and AIDS, which Uganda is really acknowledged for in the fight against HIV and AIDS, because they're talking about aggravated homosexuality. This means that now, like Kasha being a lesbian, and I keep being a lesbian, I'll be sentenced to death. If Kasha is HIV positive and is found out to have infected her partner, she's liable to death. If Kasha is found with a partner who is disabled was not really broken down, but I think they meant physical disability, I'm liable to death. Really, what if my partner is handicapped and she's an adult? Why would the two of us be, sentenced to death? So it's really something that has caused an uproar in the international community, in the regional community, and even within the Ugandan context. Because even a rival business partner can use it against you, because they talk about using information technology. If I send a text message to someone, then I can go to police and say so and so has such a message which has homosexual content. If I'm found with a magazine with any gay context, I'm liable to imprison. So really the bill is so detailed and so naive that it's affecting everyone in Uganda. It's like we are leading to a genocide, because if my family gets to know that the other family reported me to police, they would also do the same to the other family. It's going to cause a lot of hatred. It's going to cause a lot of violence, because people will be paying back. You took our daughter in, we're also going to pay back. So really, there's a lot of tension in the community, in the country, in the political atmosphere, because it has come at a time when we are going into elections. We don't know if they're just using us to gain votes from the majority of Ugandans, because last year in about January, they talked about a referendum, but the majority cannot vote for a minority. And this is taxpayers' money, in case they ever thinking of carrying out a referendum. How can the majority of Ugandans vote to criminalize a minority group that is really vulnerable? So I feel our future is very uncertain. Even as I speak today, I don't know whether I'll be able to live in my country tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be hanged to death. I don't know if my brother is going to go to prison. Thinking about my organization, we might end up dissolving. So it's a whole lot of mixed reactions inside me right now. I felt so much anger than before, which I feel I'm not supposed to be feeling. But looking at all these high-profile people talking about hanging me for who I am, I get mixed feelings and wonder sometimes whether I'm really in the right country. Was I really born Ugandan? You know, because this is a country I've loved, the only place I know so well in the whole world. So I imagine being forced out of it in case it comes to the worst. So really, we don't know. The future is very uncertain for us.